plan on attending college.
Go to the University of Florida, majoring in civil engineering.
Attending University of Miami, majoring in marine biology.
I'll be attending Florida State University and majoring in electrical engineering.
Attending San Francisco Bay University and studying business administration.
To pursue a bachelor's degree in political science, and then I plan on going to law school after that.
I plan to go to med school and open my own practice as a dermatologist.
Florida International University on a political science and international relations track.
Studying at Indian River State College for nursing.
Taking up a trade in either plumbing or AC conditioning.
Going to work on an oil rig after high school.
Going to the University of South Florida, and I am majoring in public relations and advertising.
I'll be joining the U.S. Army, support and logistics.
I'm graduating with my AA in criminal justice.
I'm committed to play volleyball at Palm Beach State College.
I'm planning to continue my professional business.
To pursue my bachelor's focused on electrical engineering with the renewable energy.
I'm enlisting in the United States Air Force for the pararescue program.
I plan on running for Florida FFA state office.
And Florida State University on a pre-med track. I'll be moving to New York to RIT to pursue musical performance.
I want to go to Stetson University, study languages and linguistics, and minoring in education.
In elementary education and back to St. Lucie schools to teach first grade.
I'll be in the United States Army as a combat medic.
With my mechanical engineering degree or electrical engineering degree, I'd like to work for Lockheed Martin.
University of North Georgia to play on their women's soccer team, majoring in kinesiology.
I hope to dedicate my hands to serving my community as a pediatric surgeon, hopefully within St. Lucie County.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join the school board, superintendent of schools, faculty and staff of St. Lucie Public Schools as we honor your sons and daughters for their hard work, dedication, and achievement.
Good morning. I am Andrea Popwell, the very proud principal of St. Lucie West Centennial High School, and I have the great pleasure of declaring the official start of this graduation ceremony. To begin this memorable celebration, please continue standing and welcome to the podium NJROTC Cadet Lieutenant Commander Marina Neston to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Color guard, attention! Carry, colors. Ready, cut, forward, march, laugh, 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 right, laugh, 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 right, laugh, right wheel, march, laugh, 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 right, laugh, color guard, halt, present, colors.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Carry, colors. Ready, cut, right wheel, march, laugh, 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 right, forward, march, laugh, 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 right, laugh, 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 right, color right, march, laugh, 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 right, laugh, 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 right, laugh.
Thank you. You may be seated. It is my privilege and my honor to celebrate the best darn students in St. Lucie County, the St. Lucie West Centennial High School class of 2025. Many graduates in our class of 2025 are wearing designated graduation regalia. At this time, if you are graduating with an AA degree, please stand. Thank you. If you're graduating with an ACE diploma, please stand. Thank you. You will notice graduates wearing a single silver cord, which designates a graduating GPA of 3.0 and above. If you are an honors recipient, please stand at this time. Thank you. Lastly, a double silver cord denotes a graduating GPA of 3.8 and above. At this time, if you are graduating with high honors, please stand. Thank you. This is the class that has earned over $6 million in academic and athletic scholarships. The class that has 29 students who've already earned their associate's degree. The class that has 552 industry scholar designations and 31 scholar diploma designations. The class that has 4 students receiving the Florida Seal of Biliteracy. The class that has 13 brave young men and women entering the military to protect and serve our country. The class that has 37 students who signed the Promise is a Promise pledge and are committed to returning to St. Lucie County to teach. The class that has 8 student athletes receiving athletic scholarships to play in college. The class that has 10 ACE diploma candidates and 34 ACE diploma recipients. The class with a current acceleration rate of 87% and the class with a current graduation rate of 99%. The class that is resilient and destined for greatness. Today, we gather the culmination to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. I stand before you with immense pride and honor as your principal. On this momentous occasion, I can't help but reflect on the incredible journey we have all shared together. Throughout this year, we embraced our theme, Challenge Accepted. This wasn't just a catchy phrase, it was a mindset that I've watched each of you adopt in remarkable ways. You were presented with advanced coursework that pushed your intellectual boundaries. Many of you initially looked at complex problems, sophisticated literature analysis, or challenging scientific concepts with trepidation. But instead of retreating, you leaned in. You acknowledged the discomfort of not immediately understanding and used it as fuel to grow. These moments exemplify what we mean by challenge accepted. The unfamiliar wasn't avoided, it was embraced. Life beyond Centennial will present you with countless moments where the path forward isn't clear. College classrooms, workplace projects, and personal relationships will all contain elements that make you feel uncomfortable. When those moments arrive, and they will, I hope you'll remember the lessons learned here, that discomfort is often the precursor of growth. As you move forward, I encourage you to seek out challenges rather than avoid them. Take the difficult class. Apply for the position that stretches your abilities. Engage in conversations with people whose perspective differs from yours. These are the experiences that will transform you from students into leaders. Excellence isn't achieved through comfort. It's forged in moments of uncertainty when you choose to persist rather than retreat. The world needs your fresh perspectives, your innovative thinking, and your willingness to tackle difficult problems. Our community, our nation, and our world face challenges that will require your courage and your commitment. When faced with these challenges, I hope you'll remember your time as Eagles and respond with the phrase that has defined your senior year, challenge accepted. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are immensely proud of you, and we can't wait to see how high you will soar. And always remember, if no one's told you today, you are valued, you are cared for, and you are loved. Thank you. And now I would like to welcome to the podium Assistant Principal, Dr. Vanessa Capo.
It is my privilege to welcome and introduce our special guest. Please stand to be recognized. School Board Chair Debbie Hawley, Chairman, District 1. School Board Member Dr. Donna Mills, District 3. School Board Member Jennifer Richardson, District 4. Superintendent Dr. John Prince. Deputy Superintendent Dr. Helen Wild. Our administrative team, Assistant Principal Susan Mannion. Assistant Principal, Sandra Oliveira. Assistant Principal, Dustin Wood. And our guidance team, Ms. Rita Markowitz, Ms. Kristen Alvarez, Ms. Daisy Diaz, Ms. Tabitha McAdoo, Ms. Kimberly Herring-Nance, Ms. Julie Beatty, Ms. Leslie Warner, our graduation coach, Mrs. Jennifer Register, and our senior sponsors, Ms. Amanda Mack and Ms. Carla Giametta.
It is now my honor and privilege to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jonathan Prince.
Good afternoon. I am so excited to be here. I'd be remiss if I didn't reintroduce one of the folks on stage. Our school board chair is actually Dr. Donna Mills. Dr. Mills, would you stand, please? Thank you. Miss Holly was the last year. Dr. Mills is this year. However, I just wanted to say a few words to our graduates. First of all, public education is the genius of our democracy. And let me explain why that is. You know, as public educators, you know, we can't pick and choose who we accept. We can't reject anybody. The bottom line is we are obligated to provide a first-class public education to all students that enter our building. And let me just say something. I have 4 children. All of my kids went through our public schools. And I can't give a greater shout out to St. Lucie West Centennial High School than to say my daughter is a current sophomore at Centennial High, and she is getting a first-class public education. And I'm counting on her, quite frankly, to graduate. So we're going to add to that graduation rate in a couple of years. But I also wanted to say this. It's hard to graduate. One of the things that came on the screen earlier, we've got 9 consecutive years of a graduation rate exceeding 9%. Only 3 districts in the state of Florida out of 67 can say that. To give you an idea of where we were 10 years ago, our graduation rate was 74%. St. Lucie West Centennial is 99% today. That is something, that is a recognition. And I'd also, parents, I know that what you love most is sitting in one of these chairs. But it's not hard to be a high school student. I mean, it's hard, sorry. Reverse that, rewind. It is hard. I wonder how many of our parent students could pass the algebra exam, could pass the 10th grade reading exam, could get that ACE diploma, could get the AA degree. It's not easy. I wanted to say that public education is the reason I'm here today. I was one of 7 kids, 7 children from a working class family, my mother and father. My father was a part-time pastor who also owned a produce company. My mom kept kids in our house, and it was not uncommon to have 15 to 20 small children and babies in our living room. And also, I did not realize until I became an adult that what she was doing was illegal because she wasn't certified to do that, but that's beside the point. But it was making ends meet. And my parents weren't very engaged in my education, and my father was a really hard man and who treated his children hard, and we just didn't have much of a relationship. And it wasn't about going to college for us. It was finishing high school. And were we going to finish high school? And once we finished high school, we were going to join the family business. That was the expectation. And it was a blue-collar business. It was driving trucks for a produce company. That's what our business was. That was my aspiration until I got to high school. And I met a guy named Chuck Woolwine. He was my science teacher. And if you could imagine what he looked like, parents, you will visualize this better because you're closer to my age than these people are in front of me. But he looked like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, the 1970s Gene Wilder version with the crazy hair. And he wore a white lab coat and he carried a yardstick. He was a Vietnam vet. helicopter pilot, and he was the coolest person that I'd ever met in my life. And I would help him set up his labs, and unbeknownst to him, Mr. Woolwine became a surrogate father figure, a father in my life that I really did not have, a male relationship in my life that I needed, and he was the first person to ask me this question, a public educator, and he said, "Where are you going to go to college?" I had never, ever had anybody ask me that question before. Where are you going to go to college? He inspired me. He even paid for me to take the SAT test. And I took that test. And back before we had email, you would mail letters to colleges, and I got accepted to the University of Florida. And you know what I was doing a few years later? I was teaching science. And I wore a white lab coat, and I carried a yardstick. And he changed my life, changed the trajectory of my life. Many years later, fast forward, I got a call from my mom. My father was dying, and she encouraged me to come home to say goodbye, which I did. While I was there, my father passed away, but I paid a visit to Niceville High School to see an old friend, Mr. Woolwine, who was the assistant principal of discipline at Niceville High School, to tell him what he meant to me, my gratitude. I was nervous. I thought I was going to cry. I waited in the waiting room for him, and he finally came in, and I said, "Mr. Woolwine, remember me, Johnny Prince," and all this kind of stuff. And he had no clue who I was. But let me tell you, in that moment, I realized how special he was because he made everybody feel like they were the most important student in the world to them. And he made me feel that way. And after a little bit, he did remember. He changed my life, ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to say, students, I hope in your journey through our public schools that some adult, whether it was somebody in the cafeteria, a front office clerk, a teacher, a bus driver, a school monitor, that somebody showed you care, affection, love, encouragement, and maybe helped shape who you are today. So with that being said, God bless you. I cannot wait to shake your hand. Congratulations, and I'm so proud to be your superintendent. Parents, hug your kids, because this moment is gone after today. Thank you.
Good morning. Would Rachel Vanderplug please come forward? It is my honor and pleasure to introduce you to St. Lucie West Centennial High School's Salutatorian for the class of 2025. Rachel Vanderplug was born in Stuart, Florida, and has lived in Port St. Lucie her whole life. Her parents are Andrea and Scott Vanderplug. Rachel has an older sister, Marissa Oliveira, who also graduated from St. Lucie West Centennial High School as valedictorian in 2022. And Rachel has a younger sister, Kate Vanderplug. Would the family of Rachel Vanderplug please stand to be recognized? Rachel is a remarkable individual who demonstrated exceptional dedication and achievement throughout her academic journey. She has consistently maintained academic excellence, taking ACE, advanced placement, and dual enrollment classes to challenge herself and broaden her knowledge. In addition to her academic pursuits, she has earned an associate's degree in biology from Indian River State College, showcasing her commitment to her future career. She will be attending the University of Florida to study biology with the intention of entering the medical field. Her talents extend beyond the classroom. As a varsity tennis player, she was a district finalist all 3 years that she was on the team, demonstrating her athletic prowess and competitive spirit. She also balanced her academics with a part-time job, showing her ability to manage multiple responsibilities effectively. Her dedication to her community is evident through her volunteer work at her church, where she teaches Sunday school and serves as a counselor for the GEMS program for young girls. Additionally, she has contributed to her HOSA chapter as a fundraising officer, further exemplifying her leadership skills. Please join me in congratulating our salutatorian, whose hard work, perseverance, and multifaceted talents have earned her this distinguished honor. With a weighted GPA of 5.87, your salutatorian, Rachel Vanderplug.
Good afternoon, family, friends, classmates, faculty, and staff. Today is a day to celebrate, to reflect, and to look forward. Even though in some ways it feels as though we were just walking into high school for the first time, here we are 4 years later, ready to move on to something completely new. If there's one thing that has been evident over the last 4 years, it is that we are all capable of great things. However, none of us were able to get here on our own. We can all think of the late nights of studying or the times where we had to push ourselves to keep going. But I'm sure we can all think of at least one person who believed in us, and at times when we couldn't even believe in ourselves, whether it be a family member, a teacher, or peer. So, first, I would like to thank all of my past teachers for guiding me, teaching me, and helping me grow. I would specifically like to thank Mr. Carinante for making math more enjoyable over the last 3 years and for always being supportive, not only academically, but also outside of the classroom. I would also like to thank Ms. Wessner for taking a genuine interest in whatever I had to say, always being the person I would feel safe to talk to, and for making such a big impact in my life. I would also like to thank my friends and classmates for pushing me and providing a fun learning environment that made it easier for me to succeed. Finally, I would like to thank the people that were always there for me when I needed them, my family. To my parents, thank you for giving me guidance and wisdom while still challenging me to become the best version of myself. To my sisters, Marissa and Kate, thank you for both being such good role models to follow and for being my best friends and support system throughout the years. I would also like to thank Aaron, or as some of you guys know him, Mr. O, for being the best tennis coach this year and for being such a good brother to me over the last few years. High school was not only about the grades or the test scores that we earned, but also about the community that we created, the lessons we learned, and the friendships that we made along the way. We have all been there for one another, to support one another, push one another, and grow with one another. We have all felt the excitement of going to homecoming, Thunder Night, football games, and prom with friends. The fond memories that we hold from high school have all been shaped by the family that we have created throughout the years and the different people that we have had the opportunity to interact with. I hope we all remember the family of friends we have here from Centennial and that we can all remain sources of light in each other's lives. Growing up, I was a tennis player and at one point was training for about 5.5 hours each day. Freshman and sophomore year of high school, I played on the tennis team here at Centennial and made it to the district finals both of these years for singles. Each of those years, I had lost right when I got to the finals, and I remember being upset after each loss because it felt like all the hard work that I had put in was for nothing. But now, when I look back on that, I realize that there was a more important lesson to be learned from these experiences, which is that it is perfectly okay to take a loss. Although I'm sure none of us like losing, it's okay not to be perfect and to fail sometimes. Just because we fail doesn't mean the rest of our life is over. We just have to make sure we learn and we grow from the mistakes that we've made and the losses we endure. Sometimes the biggest growth happens after the hardest of times. Each of us here have faced obstacles, whether it be big or small, but the fact that we are all walking across this stage today gives proof to the great resilience and determination that we all carry with us. The road ahead of us is full of potential and unknown, but all that we need to remember is that we are capable, we are enough, and we all have the ability to succeed. Today is not an ending, but instead it is just the beginning of the bright futures that are waiting for all of us. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Will Ella Treadway please come forward? Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Principal Susan Mannion. It's my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you the St. Lucie West Centennial High School Valedictorian of the graduating class of 2025, Miss Ella Treadway. Ella is the daughter of Pamela Treadway and James Treadway. Ella also has a younger sister, Lillian Treadway. Will the parents and family of Ella Treadway please stand to be recognized? Ella is a young woman whose brilliance, compassion, and dedication have left an indelible mark on our school community. Born in Stuart and raised right here in Port St. Lucie, Ella Treadway has always been driven by a deep desire to help others. With a remarkable weighted GPA of 5.940, she has not only excelled academically, but has also embodied the spirit of service and leadership. Ella's passion lies in medicine, a field where her love for learning and helping people come together. She's been an active member of the Medical Academy and HOSA, graduating with 5 professional certifications that reflect her commitment to education and healthcare. Her volunteer work spans from Cleveland Clinic Hospital to her church and even assisting teachers at school, showing her heart for service in every corner of her life. At home, Ella enjoys finding joy in the small things, like watching movies with her mom and dad and younger sister. It's this balance of ambition and groundedness that makes her truly special. This fall, Ella will take the next step in her journey at the University of Florida, where she will major in biology and pre-med with the ultimate goal of becoming a surgeon who continues to give back to her community. Please join me in celebrating a scholar, a servant, and a shining example of what it means to lead with purpose. Your 2025 valedictorian, Ella Treadway.
Good afternoon, families, faculty, and my fellow graduates. I can't believe it's already time to graduate. I never believed people when they said high school would go by fast, but it seems like just yesterday I was walking into school with my mask and trying not to get lost. Oh. Sorry, y'all. There were a lot of memories made at Centennial, and there were a lot of memorable faculty. Thank you, Mrs. Popwell, for providing the absolute best environment for us to learn and grow. Mrs. Markowitz, you were always there for me no matter when I came to your office. You helped me with everything, from classes to college applications, and I'm very grateful. We all had that one teacher we counted on for everything, who became like a parent. Ms. Shufo, thanks for helping me build HOSA and teaching me everything I need to know about the medical field. You always listened to when I came to you with my problems, so thank you. We all had a teacher that we always forgot was a teacher because they were so laid back and relaxed. Mr. Carinante, somehow you made math a fun class, even with your FRQ Fridays. We all had a teacher that nurtured our goals and truly wanted us to succeed. Ms. Radke, thank you for seeing my knack for science and pushing me to my full potential. We wouldn't be here without our teachers, so thank you for teaching us. Shout out to all the families as well. You guys were just as crucial in our getting to this point. My parents deserve an award for how many times they had to drag me out of bed in the morning to go to school. Our families nagged us about turning in assignments, but they wanted us to be proud of ourselves and to be able to graduate and be proud of ourselves. Thank you, families. Even when we were moody teenagers, you cared. We've all had our own experiences at Centennial, but we were able to come together when we needed to. The school spirit we showed at all the sports games was unmatched. I looked forward to Thunder Night every year, yelling at the freshmen, the matching shirts, tug of war at the end. We'll remember those nights fondly because we were able to let go and just have fun. We all bonded over homework we didn't want to do. It turns out suffering over Ms. Kaiser's assignments is a great icebreaker. The friendships we made during high school will follow us for the rest of our lives. I met some of my best friends at Centennial. Emily, you'll always be one of my best friends, and I'm so glad we became friends freshman year. Class of 2025, we're all getting ready to go our separate ways. Remember to visit Port St. Lucie every once in a while so you don't forget your roots. Whether you're going to college, trade school, or immediately working, remember that it's okay to slow down and feel proud of yourselves. We're all going to do great things because Centennial has prepared us to succeed, but no matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. Thank you and happy graduation.
Dr. Prince, please join me at the podium. Distinguished members of the school board and Superintendent Prince, as principal of St. Lucie West Centennial High School, I present to you the graduating class of 2025. I certify that they have met the graduation requirements of the School Board of St. Lucie County and the state of Florida.
Ms. Popwell, you may call the roll.
Will the candidates in the first row please rise and proceed to the stage? Ella Treadway. Rachel Vanderploeg. Alexia Morgan, High Honors, Ace Diploma, Associate of Arts. Annalicia Monday, High Honors, Ace Diploma, Associate of Arts. Alana Daly, High Honors, Ace Diploma, Associate of Arts. Haley Roselle, High Honors, Associate of Arts. Juan Horacio, High Honors, Ace Diploma, Associate of Arts. Alicia Amicial, High Honors, Associate of Arts. Derek Boyer, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Chad Persad, High Honors, Associate of Arts. Jake Abbott. Aiden Acevedo. Juliana Acevedo. Donovan Acuna. Jeremiah Badalo, High Honors. Dion Bailey, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Lloyd Bailey, Honors. Arabella Adams, Honors. Ari Adar, High Honors, Associate of Arts. Faith Adderley, Honors. Shmai Adelson. Kervin Adras. Santiago Agudelo Torres, Honors. Maya Aguirre, Honors. Anya Ame, High Honors. Nikusha Albury, Honors. Ariana Alberts, High Honors. Jada Alexander, Honors. Emmanuel Alcina. Trinity Bell, Honors. Nathan Abbott, High Honors. Leandre Balaam, High Honors. Tai Lee Chen. Adam Church, Honors. Jael Jean Baptiste, High Honors. Alyssa Garcia, High Honors. Gavin Merced, Honors. Estella Rodriguez, High Honors. Mackenzie Smith, High Honors. Angel Tejada. Thank you. Juana Alexis, Honors. Alina Alunsi, High Honors, Ace Diploma. J. Manuel Alisma. Emma Allaire, Honors. Aaron Almeida. Kevin Alonso, High Honors. Maria Altamirano.
Kyle Altamuro, honors. Giovanni Alvarado Kirchhoff. Juan Alvarez Jr., honors. Reina Amicial, high honors. Caroline Anderson, high honors. Luis Angulo Narvaez, honors. Marian Antenor. Dariana Argueda Aleman, honors. Joshua Bermudez Vargas. Christopher Black. Shania Black, honors. Unique Blunson, honors. Noah Boone. Ava Booth, high honors. Caleb Borbor, honors. Pedro Arias. Dorlensky Aristide. Drew Armstrong, honors. Gabrielle Arnold. Gabrielle Augustin. Jermilien Augustin. Honors. Yahareli Aviles Cordova, honors. Nicholas Aza. Carmela Baker, high honors, ace diploma. Evan Ballantyne. Gabriel Baltadano. Trinity Banks. Jonathan Barthelmy. Trina Ray Baxley, high honors. Jarrell Baylor. Isaacar Basilis. Tasha Beck, high honors. Jackson Behringer. William Bowdham Salim, high honors. Nathan Bradbury. DeAndre Branwell. Juan Carlos Bedoya Ortiz. Justin Burke. Tiana Burke. Paul Burris II, high honors. Loyal Bird. Lindsay Bird, honors. George Cabrera Valdez. Jorge Cabrera Valdez. Rebecca Cadet, honors. Anna Campbell. Brianna Campbell. Darren Campos Gomez. Yasmin Benitez. Tykeria Benjamin, honors. Michaela Bennett, high honors. Dakota Bensley, high honors. Dwayne Bent. Annalisa Bermudez, high honors. Kaylee Brandt, high honors. Vanessa Bravo. Haley Brereton, high honors. Isabella Bryans, high honors. Sarah Brown, honors. Tamira Brown, high honors. Tyler Brown, honors. Natalie Broyles, high honors, Associate of Arts. Tanaya Buckins. Amelia Boré. Derek Campos Gomez, honors. Allison Cano, high honors. Tina Marie Caro, high honors. Jacob Carrion Matias, honors. Alejandro Castillo. Nicholas Cavallo, high honors. Elizabeth Stacy Dauphin, honors. Miles Davis. Stephanie Davis. Destiny De Jesus. Mark DeLaro Jr., honors. Brianna Charlton, honors. Joanna Chavez Guillen, high honors. Josh Chevalon, Sophia Chin, Kevin Cintron, Devontae Clark, Lamont Clark, Kylie Koblenz, High Honors. Rihanna Codd, High Honors Ace Diploma. Brianna Burford, Honors. Javier Burgos, Honors. Yohan Cavain Sanchez. Herder Cian. Andy Selacourt, Honors. Alex Sertasimo, Honors. Ryan Chambers. LeCedric Cheney, Jr. Aiden Coldren. William Collazo, Jr., High Honors. Ava Conde. Gavin Conley, Honors. Lataris Conley, Jr. Ariana Constantino Lopez. Stephen Cordero, High Honors. Grace Coriolan, High Honors. Jermela Cornwall. Willow Corso, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Zariah Edie. Isabella Eason. Tony Ann Eastwood. Jake Eichler, Honors. Noelia Carmona. Lovins Eliason. Marco Escoto, High Honors. Stephanie Espinosa. Rocio Espinosa Lopez, High Honors. Elias Cruz Terrero. Azarel Cuello, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Luke Cuddy, Honors. Jonathan Cuvali, Honors. Mark Dalge. Elmanita DeReest. Joe Dascoli, Honors. Adrian Costa, High Honors. Devin Colombe, High Honors. Evan Crespo, Honors. Joseph Cruz, Honors. Paola Delva, High Honors. Andrew DeRose. Job Desormo. Sasha Desravines. Jaleesa Destel. Gianna DeVries, High Honors, Associate of Arts. Aaliyah Diaz, Honors. Alexa Diaz. Diego Diaz Acevedo, Honors. Michael DiDonato. Dolma Dominguez. William Doonan, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Ariana Finley, High Honors, Associate of Arts. Markela Fiol, Honors. Anila Florimon, High Honors, Associate of Arts. Josue Flores, Honors. Jalicia Flowers, Honors. Brittany Fontus. Ava Ford, Honors. Vinos Ford, Jr. Laura Ferrero. Laura Dean Fortune, Honors. Cody Fowler, Honors. Darren Fox, Jr., Honors. Kimsey Duclos. Majine Dufort, Honors. Maya Dukes, Honors. Jason Duran, High Honors. Gabenshi Dormeville. Bianca Estefan, honors. Berlinda Esteluz, honors. Jaden Estima, honors. Daniel Estrada, high honors. Peyton Evans, high honors. Joshua, excellent. Malay Fazel, honors. Damian Ferron, Jr., honors. Jeremy Felix, high honors. Emil Fernandez. Jalea Fernandez. Victor Fernandez, Jr. Eduardo Patrick Ferreira. Yadiel Figueroa, high honors. Rihanna Garcia, high honors. Sol Garcia Hernandez, high honors. Daniela Garcia Pupo, honors.
Nadia Garcia Salazar. Jonathan Garcia Zunam. Aiden Garrett. Julia Garrett. Julie. Jordan Garrick. Alexander Gadiem. Mishkael Jeffrar. Andre Gomez. Oscar Gomez. Rochelle Gonzalez. Sammy Gonzalez with honors. Angelique Simone Gordon, high honors. Chantel Francis Chi, honors. Akila Francis, honors. Ashley Francois. Gerlancha Francois, high honors, Associate of Arts. Mia Francois. Nicholas Freeman, high honors. Gabriel Furtado, high honors. Julian Gaines, honors. Lucie Gallegos Sanchez, high honors. Daniel Gallo. Jordan Gaunt, honors. Anthony Garcia Jr. Julian Garcia. Kylia Garcia, high honors. Shakayla Gordon, honors. Menorah Jean, high honors. Daniel Hamilton. James Hancock, honors. Valerie Hansard, honors. Kendra Hardin, honors. Cameron Harris, honors. Jontavian Harris, honors. Braden Hasis, honors. Jordan Hayes. Jaquan Hayes. Cadence Hearing, high honors. Nahima Henningham, high honors, ACE diploma. Chase Henson, honors. Valerie Heredia. Enrique Hernandez. Shayna Graham, high honors. Xander Graham, honors. Janiyah Grant, high honors, ACE recipient. Tennille Grant. Jaden Gray, honors. Leilani Gray. Bailey Green, high honors. Sanai Griffin. Adriana Grioli, Erica Gross, Deshira Gito, honors. Kylie Gully, Devin Habyan, honors. Annabella Hall, high honors, ace diploma. Ni Namtom Krieger, honors. Kyle Kushner, honors. Olivia LaCharity, honors. Dominic Logano, honors. Shania Hippolyte. Wedarli Hippolyte. Jordan Esquerido Rieves. Tiago Jackson. Vic Jackson. Santiago James Villamizar, honors. Adam Jasper. Ayla Howda, high honors. James Jean. Kayana Jackson, high honors. Ashley Jean. Halsey Hernandez, high honors. Janaya Hernandez. Jaden Hernandez Vasquez. Alexander Herrera, honors. Isaac Herrera. Jordan Hill, high honors. Isabella Hinojosa, honors. Roni Hippolyte. Gianna Hobbs, high honors. Mikhail Hodgson. DeAndre Hoffenden. Kamarland Honore. Jaden Howell, high honors, ace diploma, associate of arts. Jaden Hutchinson. Corbeleon Hyacert, honors. Juan Jose Lopez Sayens, honors. Giovanni Lopez Garcia, honors. Aram Lopez Merida. Roland Lormajust. Gavin Luque, high honors. Ryan Lewis. Bradley Lewis Jacques. Sarah Carr, high honors. Jaden Karaman Young, honors. Christopher Kashatis, honors. Thomas Kearns IV, honors. Eddie Keys III, honors. Luca Killian, honors. Giselle King. Andrew Kaneko. Kenny Jean-Baptiste. Giovanni Jean-Pierre. William Jenkins, honors. Bernard Jerkins III. Isaiah John, honors. Nadia Johnzik. Bianca Joseph, honors. Elijah Joseph, honors. Fred Murphy Joseph, honors. Mark Joseph. Nick Handy Joseph. Ariana Juarez Ortiz, high honors, associate of arts. Alexa Yuri. Noah Cagey, high honors. Gianna Legini, honors. Camila Martinez Barrera. John Martinez Melendez, honors. Amber Martins. Ethan Massey. Edgar Matos. Sarai Mayo Moreno, honors. Jacob Maypole. Robert McCormick, honors. Eli Lindley. Anaya Lodge. Daniela Lopez, honors. Sandro Lopez Gonzalez. Vincent Lopez, high honors, associate of arts. Maria Camillo Lopez Alonso, High Honors, Ace Diploma, Associate of Arts. Nia Laguera, Honors. Alan Lapons, Honors. Alexandra Lauritsen. Kimani Law. Cassandra LaBelle, High Honors. Jeremiah LeBrun, High Honors. Jaden Letty, Honors. Chase Leeds. Cody Lewis. Cristiano Lewis, Honors. Teredra Lewis. Matthew Lees. Melina Lilia, High Honors. Viana Lilia, High Honors. Monica Mencius. Adam Mendez, Honors. Brittany Mendoza, Honors. Jaden Mercius. Michael Meredith. Katie Miller, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Jameer Mills. Rose Minio. Adrielle Miranda. Sarah Saeed Mohammed, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Ileana Molina Frank, Honors. Marie Nakis. Eliana Martinez. Emily Martinez. Kaylee Martinez. Chris Louise Just. Alyssa Louiscat, Honors. John Lucent. Sophia Laverso, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Jabari Lowe. Marley Lynn. Hannah McKay. Iana Mackey, Honors. Desiree Malcolm, High Honors. Riley Manning, High Honors. Brittany Meradiaga Acosta, Honors. Janaya Marcelin. Nicole Marcella, Honors. Juan Marcos Silvestri. Gianna McDonald, Honors. Samantha Mydlowski, High Honors, Ace Diploma.
Haley Nathan. Honors. Jeremy Navarrete, Honors. Anthony Navarro, Honors. Saskia Akosmas. Devin Nelms. Zaire Nelson, Honors. Shauna Namor. Roger Nersisian. Marina Neston, Honors. Brandon Nicolette. Sean Nicolette. Emily Neach, High Honors, Ace Diploma. Nicholas Nobles. Christian Meldrum. Caitlin McDonald. Andrew McFarland. Danielle McFarland, Honors. Emma McGann. Mick Gary, Honors. Isaiah Ian Williams. Jordan McIntyre, Honors. Shay McKay. William McKinney. Amber McClellan. Ariana Medina, Honors. Gabriela Medina, Honors. Carlos Moncada Santayela, Honors. Valentina Moncayo Perez, High Honors, Associates of Arts. Aracia Monroe, honors. Addison Moore, high honors, ace diploma. Autumn Prakash, high honors. Rowan Prakash, high honors, ace diploma. Coy Premdis, honors. Gani Presley, honors. Edmundo Pacheco. Rodrigo Pacheco. Haiti Perdura Shaheen. Dylan Page, honors. Analemus Palacios, honors. Fabiana Parada. Sophia Parada. Erica Parker, high honors. Andrea Pate, honors. Jaden Paul. Stephanie Paula. Tori Moore, honors. Bianca Moraes, honors. Dominic Moran, honors. Emmanuel Morel, high honors. Rihanna Morgan, high honors. Akima Morris, honors. Jaden Mullen. Whitney Murphy, honors. Christopher Muscarella, honors. Dina Nofal, high honors. Salem Nofal, high honors. Rachel Norton, high honors. Emmanuel Nunez. Wyatt O'Brien, high honors. Matthew O'Hare Callahan. Roosevelt Ocasio, honors. Charles Reish, honors. Alexandria Riviera, high honors. Wilfredo Rivera Jr. Alana Rivera Lopez. Giovanni Rivera Allen. David Roberson Jr., honors. Eric Pickett. Kylie Pierce, high honors, Associate of Arts. Roshini O, Darlene Sky. Angelina Pierre-Jean, honors. Mariam Pinto, honors. Dominic Piscopo, high honors, ace diploma, Associates of Arts. Alex Pitter. Adam Pod. Nathan Poryet. Nevaeh Afozi. Stephen Oliver. Joseph Olivier, high honors. Alonzo Orozco, honors. Alexis Ortiz. Carissa Ortiz. Noah Oscar, high honors. Caitlin Owens, high honors. Jose Pedraza, honors. Juan Pedro Pascual. Morgan Peltzer. Angel Pena Ordenez, high honors. Brooke Panica. Sadiel Pereira Castillo. Lorenzo Perez. Ainsley Sy, honors. Peyton Salerno.
Elizabeth Samaru. Alray Sanchez, high honors, ace diploma. Luis Sanchez Zalule. Hennessy Santos. Thursday Reyes. Erica Reyes Rodriguez, honors. Cheyenne Ray. Beatrice Ribeiro. Denatoni Richards, Jr. Nathaniel Richardson, Houston. Emilio Rico de Leon. Cody Riley, high honors. Jeremiah Ramir Martinez. Marlene Perez Castro, honors. Leandro Perez Rojas. Destiny Perry. Justin Petit Home. Jayla Pettifredi Freyer, high honors. Kristen Phillips, high honors. Glitter Picado Urina, high honors. Jasmine Prosper, honors. Lexi Pasaico, honors. Emilio Cojano Guzman. Felipe Quillones IV. Aiden Quintal, honors. Gabriela Quirema, high honors. Nicholas Rafter. Nevin Raaye. Crystal Smith, high honors. Marel Smith. Mason Smith, high honors. Sarah Smith, honors. Brianna Snyder, honors. Cairo Snow. Shiana Snow. Samaria Snow. Lucas Solis. Mariana Romo, honors. Echo Rosas, honors. Abigail Roth, high honors. Zaire Roundtree. Maddox Royer. Christian Reyes Badia. Anthony Saget, honors. Jordan Rekertorvich. Daniel Racinos. Kayla Reese. Neve Reeves, honors. Julissa Reyes. Leslie Robinson. Anastasia Rodriguez. Andrea Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez, honors. Kevin Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez IV, high honors. Yipsy Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez Casio, honors. Selena Rodriguez de la Maza, honors. Jaden Roll. Sean Strother. Kaylin Tavares, high honors, Associates of Arts. Jacqueline Taz. Jeremiah Taylor. Shamara Taylor, honors. Gabriella Del Saint, high honors, Associate Arts. Wallace Telesnord. Carisha Tennant, honors. Ryan Thigpen, honors. Kevin Schumann. Jahan Sharita, honors. Billy Graham Shitong. Fernandez Simon. Tevenancy Smart, honors. Armani Smith, high honors, Associate of Arts. Dylan Romano, Ace Diploma, high honors. Jalberth Romero. Renard Santos, high honors. Jonathan Salte, honors. Dylan Shang, high honors, Associates of Arts. Braden Schumeister, high honors. Jaden Samay, honors. Anaya Seymour, honors. Jazen Shader. Brooke Sharkley, high honors. Destiny Shaw, high honors. Karan Shaw. Landon Szymanski, high honors. Esther Zume. Caleb Velozo, honors. Tristan Vasquez. Andy Verdal Chirino, honors. Juliana Verdomi. Mia Vicente, high honors. Caroline Victor, high honors. Sienna Victor. Jasmine Villa, high honors. Hillary Vilema Rodriguez, honors. Micah Stewart, honors. Sean Stewart, honors. Devin Stokes, honors. Zamora Owens, high honors. Zane Sweeting, honors. Jarrett Soto, high honors, Ace Diploma, Associate of Arts. Humberto Soto Sanchez, high honors, Ace Diploma. Charles Sparknick. Lucia St. Clair. Wesley St. Fleur. Wispender St. Fort. Samuel St. Victor. Gabriella Stibe, honors. Ryan Stanford. Asante Stanley. Monte Starks, high honors, Ace Diploma. Emily Steinmetz, high honor. Shantia Stevenson. Sid Roy Stevenson. Denitra Williams. Jatavia Williams. Kayla Williams, high honors. Sadre Williams. Brooks Williams Jr. Daniela Williamson, honors. Kylie Winters. Jocelyn Withrow, high honors. Tyler Wessner. Mark Woodard. Cameron Wright, high honors. Jasmine Wright. Tyra Fariz, high honors. Keegan Varney. Mariana Vasquez. Erica Thomas, high honors. Jelena Thompson, high honors. Naomi Timmers, high honors. Tyler Teneo. Rebecca Tish. Serenity Torres. Juan Torres Gonzalez. Damari Torres Rubion. Morgan Tuller, high honors, Ace Diploma. Valeria Valera, high honors. Ava Van, high honors. Zatoria Van, honors. Johan Vegas Aguiledo. Dorian Villanueva. Jordan Fassi. Emily Wen. Novaria Thomas, high honors. Berkeley Ajuste. Anthony Quintero. Jeffrey Payan, honors. Sierra Alcantara, high honors. Natalia Ventura, high honors. Brenda Marisol Rodriguez, honors. Emily Padilla, honors. Gabrielle Perez. Yolanda Mills. Malachi Brunch. Hannah Bancroft. Corey Wiggins. Avery Williams Jr., honors. Atalia Voltaire, honors. Italia Voltaire, honors. Melissa Walker, honors. Aubrey Vossen. Carly Vossen. Paul Walker. Richard Walker Jr., honors. Isabella Wamper, high honors, ace diploma. Cole Ward, honors. Kessie Watson, high honors, ace diploma, associate of arts. Aiden Werner. William Whittick IV. Tarkel Wright, honors. Zachary Yan, high honors. Valerie Donato. Destiny Kelly. Jessica Dorville. Gabriella Augustin, high honors. Noella Acapitio Meza, honors. Jennifer Meza, high honors. Jennifer Sanat, honors. Ariana Rodriguez. Jade Mayberry, honors. Jamie Nelson. Jaden Webb. Jamaria London. Alyssa Placier, honors. Jamari Pagan. Gregory Scott II. Kyle Yankinchuk, high honors. Hunter Yelton, honors. Kalia Young, honors. Maria Zalava Maladano. Carlos Zapata Gonzalez Jr., honors. Muhammad Zain. Yasmin Zawi, high honors, associate's arts. Yoel Valeri. Elena Flores. Albert McDonald III, honors. Kyrie Buck, high honors. Emmanuel Presuma. Brian Castillo. Jaden Julius. Diamond Rucker. Jerry Colbreth. Javon Hall. Sanaya Koch. Alexandra Mosime. Akalia Chisholm. Ida Kudarava. Calvin Stevens. Kevin Corrado Novo, honors. Brittany Lasauri, honors. Christopher Vela Jr., high honors. Liliana Ashworth. Lucius Pina Hale. Ariel Senius. Schneider Dorazier. Samuel Floresto. Jaden Bain. Nalis Cadet. Durley Jean. Decius Jasekia.
Dr. Prince, will you please join me again at the podium? Will all graduates please rise? Dr. Prince, as principal of St. Lucie West Centennial High School, I present the graduating class of 2025, graduates of St. Lucie Public Schools. They await your confirmation.
By the authority vested in me as Superintendent of Schools and on behalf of the St. Lucie Public School School Board, I confirm you as graduates. You may now turn your tassels.
Please join me in welcoming your class president, Alexia Morgan, to the podium for words of wisdom. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's so great to see so many familiar faces here to celebrate the class of 2025. My name is Alexia Morgan, and I'm incredibly honored to have served as your class president, and even more honored to be speaking with you today. So here we are, graduation. It's one of those beautifully confusing feelings, exciting, surreal, and a little overwhelming. Some of us have been counting down to this day since freshman year. Some of us weren't sure if it would actually come. And some of us still feel like we just got here. But no matter how we got here, we made it. I was definitely one of those people who always said, I can't wait to graduate. But looking back, it's kind of wild how fast we all grew up without even realizing it. When I think about these last 4 years, I think about the friendships and the small moments that became big memories. The person you bumped into on the first day, someone you randomly sat next to, the friend who's been there since kindergarten, and is still here today, and all the new people who became part of your story along the way. Together, we've made memories that will last a lifetime. Cheering in the student section or sprinting to be first in line at Thunder Night, whether you played a sport, marched in band, acted on stage, or just showed up to support, one by one, we all had our last. Our last first day, our last game, last prom, and our last walk through those halls. To our teachers, administrators, and counselors, thank you for showing up for us every day, for your patience, your guidance, and for believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. To all the families, parents, and guardians, thank you for cheering us on, grounding us, and giving us the space to grow, mess up, and grow again. And speaking of messing up, let me be real for a second. I've failed a lot, not just academically, though yes, I've definitely bombed a test or two. So sorry, Mr. Karen Ante. But in the I procrastinated way too much, I doubted myself, and I really thought about giving up kind of way. Honestly, and I wrote this speech the day it was due kind of way. But I kept going. We all did. Even when we were tired, even when it felt like too much, even when we didn't feel good enough, we still showed up, and that counts for more than any perfect score ever could. Now we're all heading down different paths, some of us off to college, some into the workforce, and some still figuring things out, and that's completely okay. No matter what's next, we'll always share this moment together. As we stand here, it's impossible not to reflect on everything that brought us here. Late nights, long days, struggles, wins, and everything in between. In the words of Drake, smile more than you cry, give more than you take, love more than you hate. Life isn't just about the destination, it's about how we show up for ourselves and each other. And through every step of my journey, there's one person I have to thank, my mom. Mom, thank you for your unwavering love and support, for believing in me when I didn't, and for being my rock. To my grandparents, my dad Mark, and my sister Sarah, thank you for lifting me up in every way. I'll be honest, I'm scared about the future, but the truth is, we get to create it. We've already proven what we're capable of, and this is just the beginning. When I look around, I see bright futures ahead. I see people who will take on the world with strength, heart, and everything we've learned here. And remember, once an eagle, always an eagle. Class of 2025, we made it. Whatever comes next, I know we're ready for it, and I can't wait to see what we all become. Thank you and congratulations, Eagles.
At this time, I would like to welcome Akialia Chisholm to the stage for a special recognition.
Fellow graduates, family, and friends, good afternoon. As we stand here today, we celebrate not only our own achievements, but also the tireless efforts of the entire staff of the St. Lucie West Centennial High School. We are especially grateful to 3 teachers who have gone above and beyond: Ms. Register, Ms. Bavacqua, and Ms. Giametta. Ms. Register, your dedication to our academic success is appreciated, particularly with the numerous testing opportunities. Ms. Bavacqua, you have made our senior year unforgettable with your passion and creativity. And Ms. Giametta, your behind-the-scenes work has been invaluable. We are thankful for all your hard work and commitment. I would like to invite these amazing teachers to the stage to receive a gift as a small token of our appreciation. Thank you, Ms. Register, Ms. Bavacqua, and Ms. Giametta, for all that we do. We appreciate you all.
Please stand and join us in the playing of our school alma mater. Congratulations, Eagles, class of 2025. Dr. Prince and distinguished guests on stage, and to all our parents, families, and friends, thank you for joining us in celebration of the St. Lucie West Centennial High School class of 2025. As we begin our recessional, I ask the audience to remain seated until the last graduate exits the arena. Line leaders and graduates, please stand for the recessional.